So guys, I'm going to be showing you how to transform this wig to this like the perfect 13-inch bob. So look at that cut, look at that precision, look at that hair, it's giving right. So yeah, stick around and I'm going to show you how to transform your old wig into a bob. Watch to the end guys, I have a special tip for you. Hello besties, welcome to another episode of Everything Hair. So guys, if you're not following me on social media, you're missing out a lot because I post amazing behind the scenes on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and Pinterest. But while you're here, make sure you leave a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe and turn on notification. Let's play this together. So guys, to begin, I had to first of all bleach the lace, and here are the things I was using. And after bleaching the lace, this is what it's looking like. So now I'm going to go ahead to use my lace tint. So guys, bleach for me I think is for the knots, right? And then lace tint or foundation is for your lace. So I always go ahead with the both of them because they just give me the perfect result. As you can see, my knots are looking okay, my lace is looking perfect. So now I can begin my styling process. So that's another tip for you. And also I'll always recommend lace tint over foundation if you get a good one. So you can try out first thing if you don't know a good lace tint, and let me know how it goes in the comment section. So here's our before of our wig, here's what it's looking like. And I'm just going to use these T-pins to like secure my wig to the canvas head, right? Because we don't want it moving around when we are walking and so on and so forth. So yeah, so now that it's perfectly secured, we can now go to the next step, which is to oil our hair. So I just take a few drops of hair oil and I just massage the hair thoroughly with it. Yeah, just it's going to give it that shine, it's going to give it that look that we're going for. So I also did revamp this hair. So I was doing a complete makeover and I changed the frontal, and there's one tip I use to split one frontal into two closures for my clients. So you can check out my videos and I can place a link in this video so you can easily find it if you need such tips. So yeah, so after doing that, I'm going to go ahead with my heat protectants and I'm going to massage on the hair as well. So yeah, all preparing this for my blow drying process. So when you blow dry your hair, you can now get these products to thoroughly enter your hair strands and give you possibly the best results. So I always recommend partitioning your hair and blow drying in sections, but then again, I was kind of in a haste and I kind of had a lot to do, so I just did thoroughly blow dry it. But guys, always section your hair before blow drying. So yeah, so guys, when I'm straightening my hair I blow dry, when I'm curling my hair I blow dry. Look at the before and after, look at how the hair was looking like before and look at what it's looking like now. So like you just cannot skip the blow dry. So next is my wax stick, my heat protectant and my hot comb. This is for my closure. So I'm just going to apply my wax stick and my heat protectant and I'm going to slick the closure back so that I can cut the excess lace and begin the styling process. So yeah, so I'm just going to do just that. So guys, if you're new to my page, make sure you check out my page. I post amazing tutorials, I post tips, I post tricks, I post clean up videos if you love asthma videos, and yeah, you can check it out guys. I also post shorts so you can give it a try. So I'm just going to so after cutting out my lace, I'm going to go ahead and style my frontal and then mold it using hosing spray. So yeah, so after doing that, I'm going to secure my frontal, and now that is secure and in place, and look at how it's looking guys. Just after blow drying my hair, I can rock it already. So that's how important blow drying is. So next I'm going to begin to section my hair. So if you saw my unboxing video, you're going to notice this clipper I bought, and here's how to use it. So after clipping your hair the first time, right, you can go ahead again and clip the second section of hair Cool, right? Yeah, so cool. So if you need this, make sure you check out my website. I have this in my website so you can order from there. So yeah. So after sectioning my hair, I'm going to go ahead and begin the straightening process. So yeah. So even though I'm going to be turning this wig into a bob, I always recommend and advise to straighten your hair first before doing that. Yeah, you need to straighten your hair so that the cuts are going to be precise and on point. So yeah, so I always straighten my hair before cutting and after cutting. Yeah, it's strenuous, but that's why we always have to do what is best for our clients, and that's why it might be difficult for you to do this at home because there's a lot of precision to follow. But then again, it's doable, guys. It's doable. Like after doing this, that's all. You just have to keep straightening your bob or coiling it, because your bob doesn't have to be boring, you know that, right? Yeah, you can straighten, you can coil it, you can do chloe coils on it, you can layer it and do bombshell coils. So yeah, there's a lot you can do with your bob. So yep, so here's what our wig is looking like after straightening. So guys, looking at this wig now, I was like, should I really trim this hair? But then again, that's what my client wanted. And also my unboxing video, I got this shaving machine. So this was the first time I was going to try it out. So let's see how it goes. Let's see my review. So I always put my tape on the first waft of the hair, not on the closure, right? The first waft of the hair, and I cut from there. So since my clients wasn't exactly sure of the length to get, I just decided to go with a 13. I told her I would rather correct that 13 if it's too long than have a 10-inch bob she's not going to like, because she's on the elderly side. So I didn't really know her preference. Maybe after rocking this hair for a month or two, she might want to maintain the length or go shorter, which is completely okay by me. That's why I always begin by giving a longer length when you are not exactly sure of what you want, because preferences change over time, right? So yeah, so I'm going to do the cuts that I'm going to use as the guide, right? So yeah, so after doing that guide, I'm just going to like trace it all the way to the back of the hair so that I have the specific guide. So after having that guide, I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of the hair, and then I'm going to tilt my canvas hair so I can get those little strands of hair that will stick out in case you bend your head forward. So yeah, so that's the secret to cutting a bob. Just always make sure you mimic. You're not going to be straight all the time. You can tilt your head forward, you can tilt your head to the side. So tilt your mannequin head forward and see what discrepancies needs to be adjusted, and you do just that. So yeah, so that's exactly what I'm doing. And when cutting your bob, right, always make sure you go from a distance and stand from a distance and look, and you could see some errors that you won't normally see up close. So yeah, that's another tip, because I didn't notice that there were some things I didn't see up close. So yeah, so and these scissors, guys, I just got it as well, and this is the proper way to use it. Thumb and then middle finger and the two fingers on top, your pinky at the handle, and now you can go ahead and cut. So I just went in with my cutting shears to make sure I get those strands of hairs that needed hand cutting. Yeah, because my straightener, my shaving machine wasn't getting the job done on the inside like I wanted it to after standing on a distance. So I decided to go in with my cutting shears, and I must say, yeah, I didn't regret that. It was really perfect. So now I'm going to thin it out, so make it to have that flow, right? So yeah, so if I didn't straighten this hair, I might not have the exact precision or this exact length that we have here. So that's another reason why you should always straighten your hair before you begin cutting it. So after doing this, I went over this hair like 2 or 3 times, trying to even it out, trying to reduce some lengths, trying to do this, trying to do that. So you're just going to keep doing that till it's okay by you. Obviously it's never going to be perfect per se, right? Yeah, but at least it's going to be presentable, because that's the goal. So yeah, so like I said, I noticed that this other side was a bit longer, so I went in to reduce it again. So like I said, if you go to a distance, you're going to notice some issues that you can sort out. So yeah, so considering that this hair is a straight hair and not a bone straight, it's not going to have that bone straight effect, right? That slick effects, but then again you can always mimic it. So I think overall it wasn't looking bad, and I hope my client enjoys it. So yeah, so here's what our wig was looking like. Complete transformation. So if you have any old wig laying around, you can try this hack and let me know how it goes in the comment section. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you leave a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn on notification, because I post amazing content. Thanks for watching. Bye.